You're telling me.
Ching chong, I got propeller, you know?
Dear God, what the hell is this boat? Okay. Hey everyone, we're back for dev stream number 2, and the first thing you're going to be staring at is this premium boat, the Type 4 Model 4 in the Japanese tree. It's a 1.3 with radial engine stuck onto it.
Would you say 4 or
We'll
Ford?
take this out for a quick test sail while we do discuss one little thing before we go into what we normally do on these dev servers, which is look at everything from the smallest thing to the biggest things. So some people, really it is just some people, because majority of us really probably won't give a crap. So some people to get a little annoyed and or very upset, depending on how much of a constitution they have as a person, about the fact that the Chinese tree, certain aircraft that had the Taiwanese flag on it now just got simplified. It got simplified to just a little bit more redder. Yeah, China got a little bit more redder for reasons that essentially. Is it really?
You guys are really Chinese. You half-ass your English just as much as you half-ass your furniture.
Can we? Okay. Let's leave it at this. It's the simple thing is politics. Nobody likes politics, and no video game company should ever get involved in politics. We already saw what happened with EA and Battlefield 5. That's bad. So it's just that is very bad. Somebody said no, they're not allowed, and really, this is a game that I would rather that any sort of actual real life politics stays clear the fuck out of.
So now we tell Donald Trump to go tell China to put the Taiwanese flag back in War Thunder, and he gets reelected.
Anyway, okay, but we'll just leave it at that. Is that some people are upset that the Taiwanese flag was removed, but it's kind of seems to be a decision that was made well and above the heads of the developers, and they can't really say anything otherwise. So
honestly, this is just a giant yawn. Who cares what fucking flag they have? If the plane does well, who fucking cares?
It's matchmaking out of the Chinese tree anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But historical accuracy, you know.
Yeah,
I'm
people.
On both sides of the fence.
This game hasn't been fucking historically accurate since they added the fucking.
That's the joke.
John, you're
freaking nerd.
Freaking out.
Say it.
Anyway,
I'm gonna say it. I don't care. That you don't understand my
and somebody says R3 and 4. I don't know if that's actually supposed to be. Thanks to the British Empire, you're not wrong.
The Soviet. You want to know something?
So with that small disclaimer out of the way, because I know somebody's going to ask, let's move on back to this really retarded boat that we got here. Let's take this for a test sail because it's just too stupid not to show off first off.
I'm abridging this live stream.
Yes, we're abridging this live stream.
Wait, MiG-17. Wait, why does it say I can't have?
So, here's the boat. It's a boat.
Can't buy it yet. It's a dev server.
Yep.
So that's what the Cuban.
They actually go faster when you turn them on. Oh boy.
Go fast.
Does this one also have an
okay, can we just... We were discussing this on Miles' server a little bit earlier. By the way, Miles is out at work, so he can't stream right this moment.
Because he's something, you know.
Oh, shut up. But we were talking about the fact that this guy, how does it feel to be this gunner here and you have these two giant fucking props behind you?
You better not slip.
You better not slip, and you better hope you're tied down good, because otherwise you're going to get shot dips, son.
Actually,
yeah, Japanese ingenuity in a nutshell.
If you actually look at the X-ray for that, could you actually get your engine knocked out and still be able to move because you've got propellers?
I don't know. Is this just like a... Probably the propellers aren't important. We'll look at the modules when we go back, like, specific module names.
God,
what is that? I think
it's just silly. This is just silly.
I think they improved the, what you call it,
we'll
the jet exhaust contrast more visible, which is awesome in the nighttime.
One turn too quick and the gunner is gone, says quantity over quality.
You appear to be failing at killing the boat.
No, the boat died. The boat just died.
It's Japanese reserve bar. What do you expect? They're not good at killing stuff.
Alright, so let's look at the actual model here, modules wise. That's the first time we've seen moving parts and a module being standstill. So engine, engine. So apparently it appears that the major power plant seems to be these two. It appears that the engines are, yes, being used to pull the friggin' thing through the water. Look, like, we have 2 radial engines, and then these 2 tiny petrol engines. Huh.
They're not even they're engines they just pulled out of a truck and slapped into a boat.
Exactly. All right. Okay. So with that out of the way, and the
max speed 70.
Yeah, with that out of the way, and the political, slightly political, not political discussion out of the way, let us actually look at the stuff to look at. So in this version of where is this thing?
You can't spam the fire missile button anymore in hopes to get a lock. So like, I can't spam it when going head on in hopes that I can get a cheap head on kill on you, Prepwell.
Nah.
So here's the first look here at the map rotation filter. So this is what it looks like now that it's on the server. So as I understand it, you can dislike as many maps as you want, but you can only ban one particular map. And it seems
if you have premium.
Yeah, if you have premium, only one map. So, and right now it appears that only Air Arcade, Air Realistic, and Naval Realistic have it. For some reason, in the middle it doesn't. Probably a dev server thing. And of course, if they do not implement it for these 2 down in the middle, well, we know that there's going to be a riot. But we will save that for later. You didn't come here to riot about that. You came here to look at fucking vehicles.
Take it.
Actually, no.
All right, so we're going to start off with Naval, because there's actually a lot of additions besides the stuff we've seen last time. But stuff to just cover for those who weren't around for the first dev server. You get to see this stuff now. First and foremost, looking at a new low tier premium. It's the 165 PC 466 Carmi, which is, I guess, just another submarine chaser with 33-inch Mark 10 guns on the deck, 20 millimeters.
It has a crane. It makes it unique.
It has crane, yep, and a boat and a tarp. Yes.
I'm a boat on a boat.
Fun fact about the dev server: special weapons button does not work.
Heh.
So ATG vehicles do not work.
Yep. And also another thing, before somebody asks, yes, there is a ridiculous amount of golden eagles. Yes, this is for content creators only. So please don't ask it anymore in the chat. I don't have this amount of golden eagles.
That are always gonna ask.
Yeah, but I'm
USS Atlanta. Oh god.
Yeah. So other than that little boat and this obviously large plane we'll look at in just a moment, hour later. Moving on to bigger American steel is, of course, USS Atlanta with its 8 twin turrets with 127 millimeter cannons.
I see what you did there.
Do you remember the very first night Atlanta came to the game?
No, I don't.
Yeah. All right. So this big old boat has lots of guns. A pretty devastating broadside at close range.
Hey, look, an enemy!
Actually, let's take it out for a test sail. So one thing, by the way, so it does have HE shells, but it also does come with AP shells as well, and fuse HE shells. So yes, it can be used in an air-to-air.
No shit, it can be used.
I just thought of this meme.
Well, some people don't know their ships, prequel.
Well, they're heretics and they need to learn up on the naval history of World War II.
Learn up on their naval history.
You know what, Bronco? I'm gonna go back in time to when they took a picture of USS Atlanta.
One little thing,
they
apparently said that they nerfed Gunner AA. Let's see how long it takes for this thing to die.
Blab it.
Well, it's already smoking.
It's already smoking.
Kill it.
It's dead. Oh, ooh! By the way, also that new sound engine in this. Boom and silence.
I've actually shot that plane down in the test drive and it's crashed into my boat before.
Yep.
Did it kill you?
No, it's
so let me cite this in on this poor destroyer. So this is what a broadside at night looks like from the USS Atlanta. Boosh.
Where are the giant searchlights?
Oh, that's amazing.
Wait, never mind. The guns are the searchlights.
Yeah, the guns are the searchlights. Boosh. Also,
the 130 is for the Russian submarines.
All right, let me make sure we kill the ship this time. Ooh. Yep. So lots of guns, and as you can see, it has an absurdly fast reload as well. So at close range, this thing will yeet destroyers to Kingdom Come and possibly give cruisers a massive headache. But against a heavy cruiser, you're probably going to die horribly.
So I just noticed something about the side
so
of Mistral.
let's give it a look here. What happens when you do devastate a destroyer? As we
I'm not sure this was a thing last dev server, but you can just hit your missile fire button and it'll start locking the Mistral missile instead of actually having to set a button. So that's nice.
And now watching this, because I actually didn't show off the ships in the patch, we just looked at it and move on. This server though, we're gonna kind of we're actually gonna give the ships a good look here. So
16 times the shells in the air.
Yeah, as you can see, this is the map. This is the biggest This is the biggest gimmick of the Atlanta in War Thunder. Is this ridiculous
16 times the AA.
Yep. Boom. There we go.
Times
that
the
destroyer is now gone.
Destroyed.
Is now a flaming pile of hunk crap over there. Atlanta.
16 times the friendly fire chance.
Alright. Yeah.
It really is 16 times the fire chance, though. Not gonna lie.
Okay, so that's the big boat for you for the U.S. Navy. Next
show
up
them
here.
Times the wet kaboom.
Wait, what?
Can you show them the thing about the automatic? They gave me the what did
We'll look
you
at
call
it in
yesterday?
a moment. Dang it!
Oh, you called it a pastagasm or something like that.
Yeah, no, I called it something a little bit more racist. We'll leave it at a pastagasm, okay?
Wait, what? Excuse me?
Was it a dagogasm, a wapagasm?
God damn it, man!
Was it a wappa? Hey, listen,
This is why I don't
wop.
monetize, ladies and gentlemen.
I can say it, all right?
All right.
I am what I eat. Okay.
All right. So let us look at Germany, and the first stuff that they get is the Type 39 T31, which is apparently German. As in it. Oh, never mind. It changed flags. Oh, never mind. It changed flags. It became Nazi German.
Oh, I just came up. Cool.
All right. So this is the, I guess, another.
Please, Maddie.
What type of boat is this? Is this? This is definitely.
It's a boat.
It's just a boat.
It's
a
a boat.
destroyer.
It's a destroyer.
It is a destroyer. It's a premium destroyer.
It just did what Germany's about to do.
Just the amount of AA on board looks fairly intimidating, all things considered.
It's just like, we don't want to be Germany anymore.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the good old days.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that's a new premium. But what you guys came in here for, to look at the German Navy, is the Admiral Hipper. The heaviest cruiser in the game so far.
Hey, we already seen this.
Well, of course, but we didn't get. Yeah, we have the Hipper. Hipper's big old.
It's actually the heaviest cruiser.
203mm cannons and 4 turrets, twin turrets.
It's actually the most heaviest cruiser of the 1930s.
Lots of AA,
40s.
105s,
It's a big boat.
37s, and lots
Alec,
of
you're not
20
helping the
mils.
situation.
Shut up.
So on and so forth.
No,
Its
you.
armor
you.
is effectively turtleback armor because it has many layers upon layers and layers of armor.
The biggest boat where its sister ship had to be nuked to be sunk.
Yep. Pudding.
Anyway. Operation Crossroads.
Yeah.
You're
Anyway, we're gonna take this guy out, and yes, the Hipper does come with. Before we move to the test drive, the Hipper does come with AP shells as well, very lethal AP shells. So it's gonna hurt. So let's take her out.
If you look in Dangus memes.
Yeah, there is a lot of changes, like the Italian R3, a bunch of Italian vehicles became amphibious for some reason.
What have you done to your automatic?
Alright, let's see.
You've done
They
a
said
horrible
they
thing.
nerfed the AA gunners. Huh.
They did.
You sure?
Look in Dangus memes. You got what I typed.
They really did.
Yeah.
Hit.
Before and after, she ties her hair back before she says it.
Stop!
And
Wait a minute.
it is very dead. Oh, they destroyed the boat too. Okay, guys. They were very eager to destroy that
Is
boat.
there a new skin for the Italian tech? Last time it was a German skin.
So let's give it a look. If this boat could stop burning and get it the hell out of my way, in my line of vision.
Literally when she ties her hair back moment. Oh my god.
That's
yeah,
a
Italy got a
big
different
shot.
color. Beautiful.
And
It's so Italian.
oh,
It's so barbershoppy. I'm gonna love playing a better
that destroyer.
saber.
If that was a player destroyer, he would be very injured.
Fire!
Fire.
So hold
Let's
up,
see.
the F86K.
And also another thing about that destroyer's gone. Another thing about War Thunder's gunnery.
The dispersion on those guns, though.
Yeah, the dispersion. But here's the thing:
He
War
doesn't
Thunder
have it
doesn't.
upgraded.
Yeah, it's not upgraded, but two, War Thunder doesn't
And no
follow.
crew.
Yeah, War Thunder doesn't follow that same kind of like overtly gamey dispersion that Wargaming does. This is a bit more.
I don't know what you're
realistic.
talking about. The Admiral Hipper and Prince Eugen World Warships are actually quite accurate.
They're
Yeah,
really
they are,
accurate.
but we're talking about the
All
difference
things
between
considered.
that game and this. So
There is no difference. They're the same game. Hashtag Wargaming will own everything one day. Hashtag Wargaming is the new Stalin.
and
Wait,
just
yeah,
like that
when
means it
Disney
will
owns the
eventually
US
die
government.
in a very embarrassing way. You realize, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's better than saying Hitler because he just shot himself. It's no fun.
Jesus Christ, man. Ugh.
I'm telling you.
Okay,
These
okay.
days where
Let's
I
let's leave it at that.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
I think I consider that worse than Temperus's idea of ruining the stream.
Arg, where's my
This is really good that you don't monetize any of your stuff on
Yeah,
this.
this is the reason why we don't monetize. This is a very family-friendly stream. Totally.
I'm pretty sure you would still be in the uploading process on YouTube for your live stream, and YouTube would just be like, "Nah, bitch, you ain't
Nah,
getting
bitch. No.
monetization."
All right, so that is the
This is the content people come for. It's just us
Just
fucking
us shit
bitching and
talking.
The
carrying
banter.
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Come
who
for
just
John,
wants to
stay
want?
for the banter.
Yep. So here
You
we
guys
go.
like my
Russian
Oh,
cruiser
Chapiev.
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 Big cruiser. 152 millimeter cannons and 4 triple turrets, which is really nice.
Lots of Daka.
Friggin'
Wasn't
a
Chapayev
lot of
sunk
armor.
during World War II?
A lot of armor in this.
Chapayev
800 millimeter secondaries. Jesus.
Yep. So it's and by the way, this version of the ship is the modernized version. So
14 twin 37s. Oh, God.
yeah, so
16 times the
let's take this out into
14 times, actually.
The morning.
14 times the 37.
Big ol' let's see this big old boat because big old
Do
cruiser.
the big old boat thing.
So all
Wait,
right,
how many
so
guns does
first
it
and
have?
foremost is our
Oh, it's
traditional.
so pretty.
Let's first watch this Ju-88. Let's watch this. That is a lot. I'm not
That's a
moving.
lot
By
of
the way, my hand's off the mouse. The camera's.
And
Huh.
it's dead.
Whoever said AA was nerfed, that's bullshit. I call
Yeah.
massive bullshit.
They
And
were
this is
there.
a stock. By the way, this is stock. There's nothing about this ship that's.
I actually want to go try out
Wait,
my.
what's the reload on it? Actually, I wonder.
We'll
my
see in just a
voice
moment
after
as
this update to go see what they
as
can
these
get.
boys get their.
You need to stop.
Ivan, focus the guns on the tiny boat.
What's
The gun
sticky
is
weenie on
currently
me?
drunk right now, John.
They are clearly very drunk. Fire!
Wait, did that this last time?
Yeets. Yeets. And they have a
That
really
is
fast
a
reload.
Quick reload.
That is a
quick
stupid fast reload. Holy
They
shit.
added the
That's-
reload.
Yeet.
They gave it its reload.
All right,
What
let's
reload?
see.
For
They
what?
gave
That's
they gave the
bad.
Chappie F its really good reload.
Oh my god,
Oh.
that destroyer just ate it. So, sure, it may not have the big cannons like the Hipper, but this is... Oh my god, this thing is devastating. Holy shit. On the destroyer,
fat
it is
wiener.
devastating.
Hello, fat wiener.
Yeet. Okay, let's get a look at this broadside here. I should have shown the Hipper's broadside, but Hipper's a Hipper. It looks good anyway. Okay, fine. Let me aim at the cruiser since the destroyer decided to J out for some reason. All right.
He just noped the noping.
It looks like we're done for.
Yeet.
How did they allow?
Boom.
That shell bounced right
This thing's had it.
That
Yeah.
shell bounced right off us.
No, and then we get like Steel Oceans. It's like, oh no, look, torpedo.
Bang!
In World of Tanks, they always speak their separate languages, so you just hear at the beginning of every French match, "Hey, la voici, Foxy!" What the fuck did they just say?
Boy, that's
Yeah, the Russian one. The Russian one's the best.
Yep.
The the
So
Japanese.
definitely. So the chat PF has it's kind of the in between ground, I guess, between Hipper and
it's
Atlanta.
So pretty.
Oh
It is,
shoot!
because
Yeah,
it's a modern one.
yeah. So modern
That big
152
titty
is
goth, yeah, you
definitely
always
a
wanted.
very good ship, and it probably I think it can it'll be able to challenge the Hipper pretty well.
Chappie is that big titty goth GF you've always
Yeah,
wanted.
as RN
did you
said,
know? Who said that?
you can't nerf a 40mm hit.
How did
Ain't
you
that the
know?
truth?
Who said that?
Who said that? All right, so we now have another boat to look at in Britain, the Mike Goes Boom boat, which is wait, huh? It just there is
You got a hole on your starboard wing.
It has a 40mm automatic cannon.
Yes.
Why? We have to see this in action now.
You do realize it's basically a boat 4 at a lower BR.
Yeah, we have to see this though.
That's all, folks.
We have to see this.
That's all, folks.
We will
You're
look at everything in good time, Mr. Coolfish. Just stick around. Stay for the
Yeah,
banter.
if you just be cool and act like a fish, we'll get to it.
Is he a
Right.
goldfish? Will he forget everything in like 3 seconds?
That's
What?
messed up.
Well, if he's
gotta
a
be-
goldfish, he's about to go on a whole Finding Nemo.
Okay, by the way, that 40mm shoots really fast. Don't judge it.
Yeah, that
Don't
40mm. This 40mm is stupid. Duff, duff, duff.
Listen, don't judge people.
Also,
because
the
they never know
the
they're
twin
gonna form
20mm
over.
cannons just yeeted that plane.
Never judge someone because then you never
Alright,
know when they're gonna
so
let that.
this premium
automatic
boat is
form.
basically a hit and run machine. You go find small boat and you
Sponsored
smack it to
exclusively by
death
Glock.
and then run. Because that's your only offensive weapon.
I'm actually kind of happy
Also,
if they don't
yet
link
again-
the Swifts.
Yet
I'll
again,
be able to get a Swift.
there's
what is
something a certain hamster, no, not hamster, guinea pig, a very large brown guinea pig is suddenly very upset on the sight of these things on the deck. If anybody gets that reference.
Oh, the
Stop.
Swift is a beautiful
You
aircraft.
see those two guns on the
Get out.
deck? Crozier's very upset, you know.
We don't need that. We don't need that reference here. Get out.
Hey, what? I can't play golf with your friends with Othias?
Oh man,
No.
the Hunter, or not the Hunter. The
Video
Swift.
totally coming soon.
Beautiful
No.
aircraft.
Anyway, so that's the British premium boat,
Simple
and then this is probably the one boat we're gonna skip over because it's the Destroyer.
Holy shit, the Swift can actually kind of turn. Holy shit.
Well,
It's a pom pom.
Yep. So here we go. Is
Literally the
HMS
second you deploy the
Arethusa,
takeoff.
which is
Yeah.
this is another destroyer, if I'm right, or a cruiser.
Belfast. No, it's not a Belfast.
It's a light
No,
cruiser.
That's
basically,
CL.
let's just put it this way. The first time I saw it on their Instagram page, when I was reading the description, I thought it said HMS Urethra. I'm not joking. I was like,
You're blind
HMS
as hell.
Urethra?
Yeah.
No,
You're
it's a
blind
CL,
as
but-
fuck. So it is a CL. So it is a cruiser. So rectified that mistake. I thought it was a destroyer. It is a cruiser.
I'm angry. Why does my G91 R4 not get 4 Nords, but the
All right.
fucking
So
R3 in the
this is another
German
cruiser,
Yeah,
but
calm
okay.
down.
To be fair, we will look at this thing
Okay.
in the test drive.
Black.
Also, Cool Fish says, "I'm a fish, not a fish. Fish."
Get it
Yeah.
right, guys. Get it
You're my
right.
next. I'm actually, if I have fish tonight for dinner, I'm literally gonna be eating you.
Jeez.
So
You need
All
to
right.
stop.
get prepared to die.
Is that a
Alright.
light cruiser or a heavy cruiser?
Light cruiser.
I literally just said CL. Come on.
Oh, it is.
Okay, so far the British are now the fastest time to kill
You know what?
on
Soviet,
an aircraft
relax,
with the
alright?
AI gunners.
Relax. Just
I
relax.
can't. There's so many bullshit.
On the fine. God damn it, Chad, on the fine. Why don't you
Jesus
give me my
Christ.
real armor? Oh my god.
All right. Here we go. We'll look at the armor layout before I move on here. But here's
Arethusa class light cruiser.
here
I
is
love hearing
Arethusa
myself on
firing
the
off.
playback in the live stream.
Okay,
It's
one
very
shot
funny.
at the little boat,
It's interesting that they chose the Arethusa over, say, like the Leanne.
Leander or something,
I want Belfast to be an asshole.
to be an asshole.
Yeah, who doesn't want like a 3?
Does it come with an accompanying? Okay, does it come with a small
And an OP
accompanying?
smoke screen and hydro.
Wait, here's the question: does it come with a small accompanying version of it called Belchan?
No.
And so I
No,
can
it comes with a personal bellhop whose nickname is Bellboy.
No, I want Belfast so that Gopnik can play it and I can sink him and be like, "Watch your wife who sink, Gopnik."
Somewhere in the distance, Gopnik suddenly became real triggered.
Screaming.
No, he's coming home. He's watching the stream. Hears you that. Pops into the server and goes, "Excuse me."
I felt a disturbance in the force.
Yep. So,
wait, what's this about the Phantom
triple
cock and
turrets?
ball torture?
Okay, you need to stop.
Look at the smiley face and turn the camera slightly down.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm just putting decals on it. Like, I need to.
What you see versus what she sees.
What see?
Okay, that sound, the way the
story.
new sound engine, by the way, sounds is real disorienting when you flip. Whoa.
Wub 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 wub.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
like,
wub wub wub. Okay, enough wub wub
It's
here.
like when HMS Tiger came out when
Wub,
Tempest
wub,
was in the
wub, wub,
Tiger.
wub,
He's
wub.
like, "Oh, this is a nice ship." Immediately,
So,
nearly
quick
sunk.
looking at this armor layout, it has armor. The only
Empress
real
had
armor
no
part of the
chill.
ship is its actual ammo bunkers, but clearly, since the hipper is going to make very short work of that armor. Same thing with the Chappie. So, it's a British cruiser, I guess. We'll leave it at that.
Not really good ships. What else? What did they?
Okay, moving on now.
Explode.
Moving on to the true Asian Empire. Of course, we've already looked at retard boat here. That's a premium. And yes, the engine.
Talk bad about my child.
Wait, I have a public announcement that I'm gonna make for all the Swedish tech tree wannabes. Would you rather be getting made fun of for having basically stolen everybody's jobs and production lines and making the shit versions of everybody else's? Well, like basically talking about how like China basically manufactures all of America's shit, you know, the made in China stuff, or would you like to be made fun of because all of your tanks and aircraft are built by IKEA? All right. Would you like
I
to be
like
made
my
fun for
IKEA
being
tank
an
and
IKEA?
aircraft.
I
Thank
like
you very
my
much,
IKEA
Steel.
desk. Thank you very much.
I
All
like
right.
my tank that doesn't have a turret.
Now then,
But
for
those
all the
shells would just be IKEA shells.
all right, now we're looking at
IKEA
IJN.
meatballs.
We're now looking
No,
at the
IKEA
Mogami here, big boy with 5 200mm turrets, 5 of them twin turrets.
Wait, what?
5
Wait,
turrets
what?
and turrets. Is like,
It's got AP shells as well and AC shells, but
Did you
it's
say
a big boy.
155?
No, I said 5 20 centimeter or 200mm guns. 5 of them. And of course, last time we were on the dev server, we did talk about the fact that me and Prequel absolutely are triggered by this front turret armament for reasons you will now
so
see.
Stupid.
So you can't actually remove the gun pod on the Phantom.
Tactical
by the way.
Turkey
You
says,
just-
"Blood for the blood god."
you can actually just take aim
All right,
on the
so-
Phantom now.
Of course, traditional
Oi, Elijah,
tests.
You're trying to take my mouse? No, I can't do.
All
It's
orcs
got
right.
from
3
Warhammer.
seaplanes.
Yeah,
I can't do orcs from Warhammer, but I tried.
you can.
Would
Blood,
you rather
oaks,
have
oaks,
them-
oaks, 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 oaks.
Would you rather have
Wow.
them take your
Alright,
jobs?
let's see.
That's the AA on that thing sucks.
Let's see. It's hit something.
It's really close range.
Yeah, it's very close range. It's hurting.
I mean, it's hitting it.
Yep, it's hitting it. It's taking its
But-
sweet time. Oh, there's a lot of hits.
I mean,
There's a lot of hits. It's hurt.
but by that time, it's already dropped your bomb and you're dead.
Oh, well,
To be fair, it's
there
a
goes the
cavalry
tail.
mod, they are
Oh, what? And
I'm coming for you.
He wants revenge.
all right,
Missed.
so with
I'm
that
a human,
little
I'm
comedic destruction of the aircraft aside, which from not particularly great AA,
You
this
won't
is
make
the
it out. No, when the plane doesn't flip 200 and 300 knots.
yeah as the guns get
Oh,
themselves
cute
on the
pizza
target
you've
here.
got.
This is the
Fun-
biggest thing about the Mogami is the fact that it's really designed for this type of shooting, which is broadsides, full-blown broadsides, as the guns apparently they
They
can't.
gave it its 203s instead of its 155s.
Yep.
You're 155.
Apparently I can't get all the guns on the target for some reason.
You
You're
were saying.
155 IQ.
So close range, you're screwed.
I can
It's
get the
because
guns.
Those turrets can't turn anymore.
Yeah.
My
It's
FPS
how
sucks
Japanese
on the dev
design
server.
sucks. They're
Holy
meant
shit.
for full broadsides,
Yep.
not angled shoots.
Long range broadside, so that.
You're a long range broadside.
Soviet, are you okay?
Is
No.
that already in the game? No,
You're mean
it's
to me.
only on the dev server. But
Alright.
when this update
Fire!
comes out, you too can own a
Boom.
Japanese Imperial Navy ship what was sunk.
That doesn't
Yeah.
really work very well.
Yep. So
Because who the fuck designed that middle turret?
yeah, who designed this middle turret?
Well, the middle turret actually does work. It's just
It's only good in a
actually
broadside.
It doesn't work as you think it would work, though.
John, to make it worse, there's a version of the Megami what has a turret in between the first and the second.
Oh,
So
jeez.
there's 4 turrets on the front of it.
Why?
And that turret has to aim directly broadside to actually do anything because it can't turn. It's
Alright.
fucking stupid.
Oh well.
God, the Phantom pilot outfit for the
Alright,
characters
so-
is awesome.
Hey, did you just roll in from Stupid Town?
Hey,
man,
buddy,
did you just roll in from Stupid Town?
No, I ran in from Autism Town. Thank you very much. Attention, Florida State.
Fuck you. Fuck you. All right.
Ladies and
So
gentlemen, we got him.
where is Akagi? Not here yet. Clearly.
Actually,
Akagi's-
Akagi. No, actually,
Alright.
Akagi used to be in the game. She was the 4 aircraft carriers on
Oh well.
New Guinea. One of them actually was Akagi,
You're Akagi.
You're Akagi.
but but you don't see New Guinea.
I knew it. You're gonna say it.
Own class crew. That'd be interesting. All bow-mounted weaponry.
Yeah. So
That is.
I will
that
say
is a
though, this
version of
has
the Megami
fairly this still has very devastating guns,
Splat.
but of course a fairly slow reload compared to other ones. And
Where's its
AA,
torpedoes?
it's
hull
not
mounted.
equipped. They're not equipped at the moment.
See those little slits just below the aircraft?
Yeah, I
That's where
see the
torpedoes
slit.
So are there new German jets? We'll get to those in a moment.
There's one,
One.
and it's
Okay.
a 262H3.
So-
Everybody.
All right. So that is
No one's
all
gonna
the
argue-
boats except for this weird little boat, Hiburi class. Don't know what this is. Don't care at that
I
point.
love how no one stopped me from saying something completely fucking stupid there.
Of
Hey, they
course.
finally fixed the
Alright.
Phantom's what do you call it? Fans, the nozzles.
Yep.
Not
All right.
fucked anymore.
Next up here are new ground vehicles. Starting with Jimny, because apparently. So if you're also somehow by this point in time still under a rock and have completely somehow managed to ignore every single little bit of news, so
You get
A
an
whole-
Osterman too.
yeah, Austin 2 and an M48
Way to
GA2.
just kill his energy. Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That was the point.
Oh, you fuck. Anyway, so the short story is a bunch of tanks are now rare vehicles. You can no longer research them unless you've already started researching them, such as I did. So I can continue
No, they're
researching
gonna
this Flak
bring-
Panzer. They will vehicles might come back in some future event. I don't think these 3 though. Mainly, it's the one that's contentious is the Maus. And as a meme says about the Maus, you're fat. Don't sugarcoat it. You'll eat that too. Yeah, so that's my opinion
You
of the
said that
mouse.
to me, you know that, right?
No, that's just to all mouse drivers in general. I could say
Oh,
that because
You know
I'm a
what?
chubby
Hashtag
boy.
Save the mouse. Get that shit out of
No,
You know what the
hashtag fuck
stupid
the
thing-
mouse.
Listen, we need to have an intervention with Tempest, all right? He's fattest. It's not okay.
Okay, so other subtle show instead of the Flak Panzer
wrong with
341, it's the Ostwind 2, which yes, people say, oh, why does it have the things mounted horizontally? Should it be vertical? Let's look at if it were vertical, then you would have 2 guys cramped together on one side of the fucking vehicle, and I don't think that
I
works
still
really
like to
well.
argue this fucking
I
thing.
like the look of that. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
actually like the look of the Ostwind too.
Yeah, the Ostwind 2 it's going to be a decent vehicle. It's not going to be the best, but it's a decent replacement. But nothing of what this, literally a fucking paper tank is.
Actually,
Anyway,
since
so-
they're can I speak from
Yeah.
they're adding the Osterman 2, can they change the Quellion from 37s to 55s?
Die.
Die.
Please. Those
Die in a
existed
hole.
and they were naval AA guns on like
Die.
the Bismarck.
Just stop.
Turbines and shit
See,
like that.
so
No, this needs to be a thing.
Can we have an
by
AA
the way,
gun that has
the-
one of the twin 88s from like the hipper on it?
I don't know, but what I was gonna say is that
Can
the
we have that?
M48.
I want one of those.
So the M48A2 gets moved to the heavy tank line. It gets a BR increase to 8.3, and also receives now in addition to night vision, DM23. So
I'm just saying. I
a
would just
fairly
show the thing.
decent. It goes from meh to an actually usable backup if it's used, conservatively as a last vehicle in a match.
Yeah, no.
So
not.
it's
not-
shut up.
Depends
Cedric.
how bad the
Oh,
game's
not fan.
It's how bad. But knowing that Germany likes winning a lot, it's a decent backup. It's not going to be. It has the same shell as a Leopard and arguably better armor, and apparently night vision, unless the Leopard A1A1.
So about
yeah, it
that
has that too.
M48, that M48A2 is a really shitty tank at a really shitty BR, where the Panther 2 has
moving on.
APCR.
Yeah, moving on because we're not going to linger on it. I said shut up. Anyway, moving on to the object object 685, which is
To be honest, I would just go over to the things that they added.
We're just adding dispatch. So anyway, this is the object 685. It's a new floaty tank in the floaty tank line of the Soviet Union. It's basically fuck it. Let's stick an auto loading 100mm cannon onto the motherfucker.
You hated the 906? Well, guess what?
It's even worse.
You're not gonna see it though because it's 9.7. So
way
shut
too
the
high.
fuck up. I don't want to use
I would use a 906
I
over
would
that.
use it. No, I would probably use this because I
use a
really
906
like
over
tanks.
the concealment.
And also, this thing does also get airstrike and artillery. I think, yeah,
So it's a
artillery
light
support.
vehicle,
So,
okay, so it's gonna actually get into PEA instantly.
yeah,
It can spot you.
Why would you get a PA at a 10-0 match? What is wrong with you?
yeah, no, nobody's
At
gonna.
what point
People,
that was a good idea.
because people are fucking stupid and they like getting massive kills in dumb ways.
Yeah. Okay. When there's an ADATS up, yeah, have fun with that.
Yeah, no. When there's
Missiles,
when there's a SIDAM with magic missile, we'll see that in just a
It's
moment.
Mistral the magic missile.
Mistral the magic missile. All right. So
Mistral
also
the
this will be a
magic
good time to
It
show
really
off the
does
fact.
act like a fucking
We'll
magic
also
missile,
show
so
off the
it's
fact that, of course, if you didn't see the last server, or again have not been paying attention to anything at all, that we are getting some new visual features in the form of actual night vision and thermal optics. We'll show off thermals in a different vehicle, but for now we'll see MVDs. So it's like Bravo 6 going dock.
Oh,
Yep.
I love the Vulcan cannon so much. I don't
Night
care.
day,
Six
night
gone
day,
down.
night day, night day, night
Theoretically,
day.
there's no skill in modern
Yeah.
jet combat.
Alright.
Now it's green. Now it's
All
still
right.
night, but it's also green.
Also, so this is night vision. And of course, because you have now that little spotlight on your tank, it actually works. So this is what IR looks like. That's what IR looks like when you kill something.
This looks like a giant spotlight.
Yeah, it's basically a giant spotlight, but you can't see it.
It's gonna be It's a giant IR spotlight that's gonna get you spotted.
Hey,
and
Ivan, we
deadified.
are
And also something we didn't actually
tank.
see previously. So, yes, smoke does affect your ability to use IR and NVD. So smoke will still be very important even with this. And we'll see what happens when we put oh wait. Yeah, we'll see what happens when we use thermals and smoke. And there is a discussion going on that there is a concern that there's going to be obviously with anything in War Thunder, there's going to be an imbalance because some vehicles get night vision, some vehicles get this and that. Honestly, it depends on knowing how stupid players can be. It's not saying that the entire player base is dumb, but seriously, have we all encountered just one real retarded player who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing at all?
From time to time.
Yeah, so it's...
Hey, so the jet flame in the F100 was always accurate,
so-
actually, for the everything. Interesting.
So, of course, that's not... Just because somebody has night vision stuff doesn't mean you're going to get smart. Plus, also looking at the way nighttime battles are, It's still
Well,
relatively.
Does it even matter if they add
yeah.
this stuff? Because can't you go into post effects and change it from night to day anyway?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
going
but
to
that
get to.
That doesn't actually like that doesn't really give you an advantage.
Yeah.
Well,
But
it
it's
used to
still
with,
relatively.
It actually creates more shadows.
Yeah, it's
I
still
remember it
relatively.
being really effective in air battles.
What is it? It's still.
Oh, in air.
It's a. In air battles, night battles are more difficult because obviously you can't see the guy you're going after as easily. On the ground though, it's post effects can change a lot, but also not a lot. Also, wait, this thing also has a shell ejection animation. Hold up, didn't see that earlier.
Are you blind? You saw this last dev server and you're blind?
Orpheus, why do you think he needs
Or maybe I just say that just to make Sylvie Cat lose his shit.
He's Asian and he needs glasses. That's a double whammy right there.
Fuck you. Says you.
Listen, I've got all
Mr.
the fat pudging around my eyeballs too. All right, it's the same
Yep.
effect.
All
I'm
right,
too
so
thick. I'm
moving
dummy
on
thick.
from there, Britain gets nothing, obviously, for ground forces. But today we also get to look at a really funny vehicle, the Type 75 SPH, which is literally, yes, a self-propelled howitzer.
Boom!
Biggest boom
Actually, on the last dev server, its airburst rounds could penetrate the top of tanks in the test drive, like the T-80.
Yeah, we're
That's
gonna check. We're
terrifying.
gonna test that now because here's another thing we didn't actually test properly on the last server is that I didn't show it on stream last time was actually using the airburst rounds because I didn't understand how to use them like a retard. But we're gonna take a look at the vehicle and how those airburst rounds work. So this is basically an M9 Paladin, Japanese.
You're a paladin.
You're a paladin.
Oh, thank you. That means I get to kill the undead.
However, their paladin
Undead.
has a way shorter barrel.
Yeah, their
The
paladin.
difference between
Paladin
those two,
actually has a really long barrel.
Yeah, and
Their
I think
paladin in general is smaller.
it's based off the Type
the
74
difference
chassis.
between
It's a
those-
big gun. So let's talk about the fact that it does have an airburst round. How that works is basically you use your rangefinder on the shell. You get the range, even on
It doesn't work on the IT1. You're too
let's-
close. You're too close. The
Okay.
shell has an activation distance.
That's like 300 meters, if I'm right.
Something like that. You're 250 from it, so it doesn't work.
Okay, so we're gonna try this Type 62
Yep.
here.
I would use it on the
So 500 meters. So we're gonna move the sight up to 500 meters here, and we're gonna intentionally aim above the vehicle. Yeet. And yeah, it will airburst. Though of course this is in my opinion, it's more effective on light vehicles. And you can fire in between light vehicles at this range, and it will airburst and explode and send shrapnel into their sides.
Well, what was it on the last dev server? It actually
goes the
killed the T-64 to your right.
You gotta aim way above it so the shell ends up above it instead of in front of
Yeah.
it when the fuse goes off.
Yeah. Again, it's not the easiest thing to use. However, of course, it is a tank with a massively funny derp shell, which, of course, it is a self-propelled howitzer. Yeah, yeet.
Obliterating the smartasses who bring the Italian go-karts into high.
Yeah, this is your main job will be to obliterate everything that does not have armor or being absolutely a douchebag to everything that does have armor, i.e. this IT-1. So, yeet.
Do know. It might be a little bit harder for you to catch some of these little Italian shits because they can go swimming now, and that's all the cars.
Yep.
Oh god.
Alright. Okay, we're not leaving this test drive without blowing up
My
one of these
pasta
vehicles.
erection has gotten more linguine.
The difference
Wait, that
between
would
the
make it
state-
more flabby. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Shut
you're
Shut up,
Steel,
you
try
stupid
again.
Italian
Listen,
American
it's a
fuck.
little undercooked, all right?
Your thought
Steel, try
process is a
again.
little undercooked, don't you think?
JonMan,
I
the difference
know.
between those two HE shells is one has less explosive.
One
mass
has
that goes
less
faster.
explosive filler, but I think the other flies faster.
You know what?
Yeah, the
Murdering-
one you use
murdering-
goes faster with less.
Steamrolling a wait, no,
Murder.
listen. Steamrolling a Chinese team in tanks or aircraft has a new meaning to Chinese takeout.
Oh my!
Get
out!
Get out.
Meme.
It was a good joke,
Review.
but still, get out. Alright, so.
Meme fucking review.
Alright, so that's the howitzer for you. Next up is Italy,
It could
which
actually penetrate the roof of,
okay, so we were talking about earlier. So here's Sidam 25 with Mistral the magic missiles here. This
Mistral the magic
missile.
madman. Yeah, missile's still better. I was trying.
All right, so we're gonna show you by that. These missiles are very hilariously memey. Also, I'm just looking. Jesus Christ, there's 60 of you watching right now.
Show me the
All right, where are you?
Shut up.
Where are you? Where is it? Where are you? Aha! Found you.
I'm getting
So,
awful.
when I
rendering
say
FPS drop
wait,
when I
did
spawn.
I set the?
Fuck no.
Okay, there we go. So when I
You
said
know, I literally just said the missiles do not work properly right now.
Yeah, they do. What the fuck's wrong with you?
They are not working for me. They do not want to work.
That's because you don't have any kind of shred of Italian in your blood. All right.
Yeah, it's not gonna work because the special
Ironic
button is literally fucking broken.
The what?
The special fire button is broken. It won't work. You can't
For
launch
you?
the missiles. That's what I've been trying to fucking tell you.
It was literally working for me 20 minutes ago.
I doubt that. I highly doubt that.
What? You did. All right, I'm going back and I'm doing it. You fucking whore.
Yeah, go in the BMP and try shooting the ATGM. You can't shoot it because it won't work.
wow, that's interesting.
Oh, you're talking about the BMP?
I'm talking about any of the missiles. They won't work. They just won't.
something wrong. Flame go bang.
Plane won't go bang.
Are you talking like including?
Oh, never mind. It works.
Mistral
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah, I couldn't get it to. Oh, then never mind. I guess if John actually ended up getting it to work, because I can't get my Tungus missiles to work.
That's okay. And there's one more jet. Where is it?
Oh yeah, the BMP-2 doesn't even have a missile on it in my test drive, so I
Yep. So that's
Yeah.
a jet dead.
well, that's a
Now
bug.
where's the other one? Ah, there he is. So of course you have the cannon, but the cannons aren't fun. These magic missiles though are.
I don't know, you get APTS
Cannons. This is the thing. With that side.
Magic missile!
No, listen. Because you have the missiles, you can now, when you unlock the AP belt, just take 2 belts of AP, which would give you 120 rounds.
Don't those missiles don't jug around. They
Magic
will churn.
missiles. So anybody who does complain
don't need
about
normal AA.
helicopters, aircraft, how about you man up and start the match in one of these and make those helicopters pay? Damn it.
Unless they have IRCM, because that just means that the missile will just passively track away.
Yeah, passively
I don't
track
know,
away.
in sim, this thing's gonna be a nightmare for those assholes who just
Yeah.
take out IL-28s.
It's got
I'm
ears.
an IL-28.
Yeah, I really
Fucking
hated that.
sidearms.
I really hated that, trying to play sim at all, and it was just, you're fucking dead.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Also,
Boom.
again,
The
in
sound
the
of the
other
bomb.
night
Yeah,
Missile
effects here,
noises.
also improved effects at night, like the flashing of guns.
Hey, you're a Flash.
You're a flash.
Oh,
Well,
thanks, I'm
Servant
back.
Cat, you are a flash in the pan when it comes to being in the bed, but you know.
He's a flash in
Ooh.
the bed. He's a flash in the bed.
Damn.
JonMan 2019.
Damn, John.
20.
All right. So here we go.
2020.
All right, so next up is the Ariete PSO. We're not taking this out. All it is an Ariete with add-on armor. Yeah,
It's
That's-
dummy thick.
it's dummy thick. That's all it is. It's a dummy thick Italian boy. With
That doesn't have dummy thick frontal armor, but that's okay.
all right, so that's basically
You
it.
can
And of
side
course
script that
for
thing.
and of course
Still doesn't have lower plates.
France gets a panther.
Action, yeah.
Its name is Daphne, I guess.
Hello, my name is Daphne. Pleased to meet you.
It's a Panther G.
Yep. Well, it is a panther. So that's it for that. And now we're going to move on to aircraft because everybody's been getting a massive hard on for the F4 Phantom here.
Including moi.
So big ol'
'Cause the Vulcan
this big
cannon
old
is actually
Louisville
good in jets.
Slugger has come to the game. It's the C model, which is, yes, this is the Air Force variant. Yes, it can still land on carriers. Yes, it's the Air Force variant. It's not the naval variant. There will probably be a naval variant later, even though it has a tail hook. It's for the Air Force.
It's
Sue me.
literally because the C model is literally based off the B model.
Yeah, exactly.
Want to know?
Also, kind of, sort of, they left it on
So-
there because in the Vietnam scenario, it was always good if you had to land on an aircraft carrier just
Yeah.
in case.
Just in case.
You're a good aircraft carrier.
But so
I
am. That's why
your
my
default
belly's
armament
wide
on
and
this
thick.
aircraft, your
And it'll
default
catch
armament,
anything
oh
that
my
touches the
fucking God.
deck.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so default armament on this is is a single Vulcan cannon, but for the absolute memes, we're gonna look at it with 3 cannons, and we're gonna do something real dumb. We're gonna remove the new 20mm cannon armor. You may think, oh, that's completely counteracted. Completely controversial. What is it? Counterintuitive. There we go. You may think it's counterintuitive to remove the new 20mm mod, but as we'll now demonstrate why that's actually a very good idea when you have 3 of those on board.
If you think the F8F 20 mils shotgun, you have no idea.
Also, brand new, new afterburner effects. So, oh boy, pushing up. Also, I think they think they did fix the flight. Okay, careful. Get her off the ground gently. Okay, so getting her off the ground and up to speed. It's a big bird.
You can't go off the airfield at 80 degrees.
Not with this loadout.
I'm not gonna lie, those flames actually hurt my eyes. That's how jagged they are.
Yeah. Of course, then I can just
they look like just a
But then I
PNG
can just let
picture?
off, and then they just So remember how? Oh, whoa. Okay, that's a bit of instability here.
Guns are pointed down as well.
Yep. All right, so let's show you why you removed the 20mm rod.
Someone said land on the carrier to demonstrate the carrier.
To demonstrate the carrier landing. Yep, I can do that. As long as I don't fly off the carrier deck. But again,
triple Vulcans are. Oh god.
This is why you removed the 20mm mod, because this happens.
You can just shotgun things.
You basically,
Jesus
this jet
Christ.
will basically make every CL-13 invalid.
And I also want to make.
So this will be the first time since the fucking F2H Banshee that the U.S. will have something that could absolutely dominate on top tier air battles.
It's an A10 Warthog when you can have 3 Vulcan guns.
Yeah, exactly.
The Vulcan is also, with the armored target belts, easily capable of destroying any Soviet tank.
Hey, fuck you.
Or American, as I did the
Jesus
Soviet
God.
last dev server by
That is
absolutely
disgusting,
murdering his
especially
Abrams tank.
considering how much ammunition they actually have.
Where's the air brake?
Also, I want to make a
air brakes.
note about that too. If you lock a target with the radar, if radar were to work properly, then you can literally snipe somebody really far away
Where's the
with
air
the lead
brakes?
indicator.
It's
It's
under the
not
wings.
funny. I just did it. It was literally 2 miles away, and obviously it was an AI flying in a straight line, basically, to my side, but still kind of insane.
John, I think you're going a little bit too slow.
No, we're good. We're good.
It's alright, he's got gun pods as air brakes.
He just wasted all his ammo.
Except he's out of ammunition.
Boy.
That's a really
There we go.
short carrier. It's the reason they didn't build.
Nah, you just need to get the hook on.
There's a reason they didn't throw phantoms on old carriers.
Yeah, this is why you don't land. No, also the nice thing is the fact the carrier was going into sailing
By
forward,
the
so
way,
that
it's
helps.
actually a Japanese. Actually,
That's an American
no,
carrier.
it is an American.
You did know.
That's an American.
That's very American.
No,
Hi.
it used
Yeah.
it was like if you go back, it used to be a Japanese carrier.
Yep.
By
Also,
the way,
Why
the
would you go
announcement
back?
was-
Now you need to take
No.
off, he said. Now try and take off. Oh no, yeah, I forgot.
yeah, it gives you an
when
air
do
spawn,
it.
which is again very cheesy.
That's something Iron Armenian's gonna have to make a video of us landing and then taking off.
I don't think you could take off with this.
If you
Again,
landed on the very start of the deck. you
again,
probably
it's the
could.
scenario of the Vietnamese have taken over a oil factory.
I love the Vulcan cannon. I mean,
Okay, if you love the Vulcan cannon so much, why don't you go marry it? Oh my god.
You want to
Oh
know
my
something,
God.
Soviet? I have a statement to make for a certain YouTuber that I do enjoy watching his videos, but his opinion about the Vulcan removing skill from jet battles. Just want to make this opinion. There's a reason why weapons like the Vulcan are used today, and not weapons like the MiG-17s.
Because they don't work.
Because, well, let's just put it this way: throwing a lot of shit at the wall will stick, versus just a couple of fucking pew-pews all over the place.
Yep.
And I could say the same for the American 20mm cannons, like on the F100, F2 Saber. It's a lot better to have a lot of shit coming from one cannon than just shit coming from a bunch of different cannons.
Yep.
very effective and deadly, and it works. And that's why you don't see F-14 or sorry F-15s and F-16s running around with fucking
With
50 caliber, right?
Yeah.
17 AS time.
All right. So
Let's go see this
also,
bullshit. that
I
they
got
made
rid of the
7.
chat.
Fidel
Did you hear-
Castro's private fighter jet.
Did you guys wait? Let me show that comment there. Did you guys hear about the guys who put a fucking Vulcan on a Toyota Prius? Yes, I think I've actually seen that. It's
Yes.
fucking hilarious. So basically, again, the F4 Phantom is the new top tier
Didn't they
US
set
jet.
that on fire?
Has a bunch of armament. Let's just leave it at this. This thing can become a massive bomb truck if it really wants to. So there's a reason why you should bring your AA out in top tier battles, because do you really want to be the person the rage quit because your teammate was dumb, didn't bring AA, and couldn't stop this from destroying your enemy team or destroying your team?
I don't know. It'd still be the case of that guy dies once he leaves the match because
Yeah.
I can't play my 2A5 or my 2A6. No, or
Team
my A+.
Jeffy.
No, it's not even that. It's like that with every nation. Someone dies once and then they leave.
Yeah. All right, so
Okay, kids.
those
what
are
do we say
that's
to
the
the
FA.
Germans?
That
Oh, okay.
all right, but and before we move on, we do have this. I will still call this a massive friggin' abortion of a jet fighter, F-89
I still
Scorpions.
don't know why it's 7-3.
Call yourself a massive abortion.
No, this jet isn't a massive abortion.
Oh,
It really is.
Oh,
So the
Oh.
Hey, you know
F-89B.
what? That's offensive to the abortees, all right?
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so the F-89B
It's a woman's
Scorpion, there
body.
are two versions. This one has 620mm cannons, but who cares? That's 620mm cannons. We will once again test fly the version that has friggin' Mighty Mouses on board because it's just funnier.
I just
The
realized
one that has just a bajillion fucking rockets.
I just realized XM1
Oh
has-
god, Jesus Christ, that
Yeah.
thing.
This thing, which is
Isn't that
hilarious.
not kind of scary?
Yeah, this
Well,
plane
if you
look.
think the 80 Trues can end a game quickly, just imagine 3 or 4 of these things. In
This
a
plane
match.
looks ugly as fuck. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, but the
Not
convergence
wrong.
of those rockets is what I think that it won't do that.
All right,
very
so
odd. I don't know how to put
all
it.
right, so charging up here.
Do you really want to make me cry?
What year's this jet from, by the way?
That jet gives me shivers.
Okay, can you
19.
show that comment, Soviet Cat, the one that Muhammad just posted? Because that's really
What?
funny. Show, click show.
I got it.
Like, anything's a dildo if you're brave enough. All right.
A premium F4 for the British? No, it doesn't have the right road wheel. Sorry.
Oh god.
The Northrop F-89 Scorpion.
What you need, John, you need to set up salvo fire.
Yeah. All right,
What were you saying,
so
Soviet?
The Scorpion.
and we are
the
gonna
Scorpion
proceed to
the
clip a wing on the
F-89.
deck here. Nope. I missed.
1989, and it's
Oh,
going to
well.
be
Anything
fine.
is a dildo if
You
you're
missed.
brave enough.
So
You
it's
missed,
from.
John.
No
So wait,
nuclear
it's-
missiles. No nuclear missiles.
What?
No, 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 no.
Yes.
The Mark 7
Yes.
could be carried
Yes.
by
All
the
right.
Cougar.
Did it all.
So
okay,
wait,
so
so
we're
we
now
did-
into the
I
stream. We've just gotten through the.
It's 19.
We got through those.
It's what? You cut out again.
It's a 1950s.
Ah, okay. And it's
Alright,
going to
so
be fine 262s. This
Germany-
Is gonna be...
Suffers.
Jesus Christ! This comment.
God, I mean,
Well,
Germany,
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
I mean, if Germany
Anyway.
is suffering this badly, I mean, God, I wish my rich didn't suffer that
What I
badly.
still want to know is what is this writing here on the front? It almost like says something DCS. I don't know. Must be something in the skin. They might have to fix that later. Anyway, this is the G91R3, which is
Carries 4 Nords.
which basically it carries 4 Nords and has 30mm cannons. So
and the
it
R4
is
should be able to do the same fucking thing, but no.
Portugal.
Hey, look. Hey, German jet players. Look, something finally doesn't have 50 cals.
Yay! Or 30 mils. Anyway,
Honestly, I
out
prefer
of-
50 cals in that scenario. Only 2 defas is
Yeah.
really a letdown.
Starbomb win.
oh god damn it, we have to go through this. God damn it, we have to go through this shit again.
The Bundeswehr.
Oh god. Excuse me while I unintentionally flex on all the peasants.
You're a horrible person.
Yes,
You know
I'm
how much
sorry.
you're flexing? You know, I
I'm
don't know
gonna
how
make
much
it.
you're flexing. You're flexing so much
This is
that
what
your arm's
happens every.
backwards.
Yeah.
This is what happens, everyone, when you make stupid videos for war.
For War Thunder, and people
You
watch
get
those
a lot of
videos.
gold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
low
you get a-
low
you-
quality.
No, we don't get this much gold in the live servers at all. No, I don't get this type of stuff. I'd be done with the game in grinding if I could do that shit.
What's more broken? The Phantom's Vulcan can destroy medium tanks quicker than it can destroy armored cars in an air battles map.
That's-
Horton 2.0, I'm calling it. It's gonna happen.
Oh god. Anyway, so we're getting through these aircraft relatively quickly, though. Of course, you know somebody keeps saying like, "Ooh, MiG 21." So they'll introduce a MiG 21 bis, but then France gets the Mirage 3C. 6-day war PTSD intensifies. Anyway,
I
so
still
the
love
MiG
how it's
this is
60
the MiG
rounds,
21.
1 minute reload.
Yep. So
1 minute reload.
1 minute reload for arcade. So this is the MiG-21 F-13, big old Soviet supersonic, which can carry both can
By the way,
carry
have a
a
look at the
limited
other
amount of armament, including air-to-air missiles, but it only has one cannon. We will fly it out of respect for the Russians.
By the way, John, have a look at its other camo.
We'll look at it after. Like, what is it, like a Korean camo or something?
Something like that.
All right, so we're gonna attempt this stunt again, which is pull aircraft up into 80 degrees. See if I can just pull off an Intamin loop off the airfield with full afterburner. So,
Braid that cockpit off as well if you want to. Who needs a cockpit?
yep. So takeoff flaps. We're going real fast. It is a lighter, faster aircraft than or a lighter aircraft overall, but nearly the same performance. All right, so we're just pulling straight up and over.
Its cockpit's
Yeah.
currently fixed.
Wait, can you actually go into the cockpit now?
Oh, can we?
Someone in chat just said.
All right.
Try
Oh,
it.
nice.
The MiG-21.
This is the MiG-21 cockpit, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually really nice.
That's beautiful.
That's nice, even at night.
Is
And
it
also
the
a
blue-
working
is it the blue- is it
other
the
new
blue?
features. A working gyro gun sight. Look at that shit, man. Look
Too
at
bad
that
it's shit though.
Look at that. Oh, look, Mr. Torx Exploriate is the other sight. Unfortunately, you only get one cannon, so that's the kind of.
explosion o'clock!
I've created a new end to a sentence. It's called an Exploriate.
Oh, I wasn't watching my fuel
Exploding
gauge.
periods.
I'm out of fucking fuel in a Phantom.
Anyone know about the Q5?
I made a big oopsie, Soviet. I'm out of fuel in a Phantom.
I reckon fully that house.
I'm wondering
was
why there are
better
no
having socially
NVA or
experienced.
DDR tanks for German tech tree.
Oh, the MiG-21
Don't
fully
know.
upgraded is going to be able to take off of the airfield at like 30
Really
degrees,
fast.
80 degrees.
Yep. And also, the Soviets get a premium MiG-17. The MiG-17A. Wait. Which country?
AS.
A-
It's Cuba. This
It's
is Cuba.
Cuba?
Cuba gets a premium. Wow.
This one features basically a redone pylon, so it allows it to shoot air-to-air missiles, and that's about it.
Yep.
It loses some ground striking capability though, unlike the other
Who
MiG-17.
uses MiGs for ground striking?
Yep.
The
Alright.
dumb people.
Yeah, what pleb?
Maybe at some point they'll give. I keep also going in night battles here, but it's fun. So this is clearly a Cuban.
Well, you're doing what the update's called, John.
Yeah, it's night vision. Yeah. Also,
Oh, Family, you're so cute.
It's alright, still. I'll fuck you in the ass later.
I hope that came out clean on the microphone, because that
Jesus
sounded
Christ.
way too funny.
All right.
Dude.
Oh, we suffered to the face. You can't fire the cannon on the ground anymore.
All right. So we're off the ground here.
Next meme.
I can hear another jet. I see the little. I feel like, is it me or do they exaggerate the trails being left by the jets a little bit too much?
Yeah, if you send the F2 Phantom on the airfield, it's like someone's got a vape pen at the back of your aircraft.
Yeah.
But the
Blow
thing,
that cloud.
The thing is about this jet, though, unlike the other MiG-17, this is an 8.7 jet, and it is premium.
Yeah.
And people said premium jets would never come to War Thunder.
People
you're
said
high.
that Supersonics would never come to War Thunder.
Where did that AAM even go?
People
Yeah.
said many things.
Where
Many
did it
things-
even go?
Many things
People
would never
said
come
many
to War
things.
Thunder.
To my
All
Oops.
right.
Hey,
let's
Soviet,
see.
that one guy in chat.
Let's see if I can get.
Don't
this
fuck
to
it up, John.
fly.
Did he say what? I can't.
pigs
Nope, load factor's too high.
Pigs intensifies! Oh god!
Black Ops.
You gotta
Shit.
not be in a turn.
I remember a kid saying that Bay of Pigs
Getting closer.
wasn't real, and that it was only in a Call of Duty game.
What?
Because Call of Duty isn't real, he said it wasn't real, and I wanted to bitch slap him so hard.
Bay of Pigs did happen, and the US was retarded
Fuck
for doing
you.
Oh my god,
just-
John, just shoot the fucking thing.
Shit. My
Oh,
invade.
my crap.
How the fuck did I not? Oh. Oh, what
John,
did I do?
what happened to you?
I managed not to crash. Let's see. All right, let's see.
Oh god, John.
Remember, everyone,
like
he
wa-
makes how-to videos with aircraft.
How to use a missile? You don't. You do this.
The most biggest of big boy roasts
Oh, it's dead.
by
now.
Prep Wall, and only by Prep Wall, and it's brilliant.
No wonder why they still call Australia a penal colony.
Yeah, well, at least our
Oh.
country isn't burning anytime soon.
It's always
Hey,
on fire.
listen, it's always and it's upside down, so the
Yeah,
heat
we
gases go downwards. They don't go up.
Yeah. No,
Also,
Australia is a prison colony.
Also, the thing is,
bro.
I wouldn't. It's also just really cheap to mention the Emu Wars anyway.
Hey guys, you also want to make an important note. If you try pressing your night vision key during the day, it'll tell you only thermal night sights are possible during daytime conditions. So you
Well,
can't.
you know what, John?
You can't
yourself,
blind yourself anyway. So
I can
the-
make fun of America when California leaves America and you guys have a civil war over the oil.
Are you kidding me?
What do you
Who
mean?
wants to
We
listen to
want California to leave. What do you mean?
that? What are you talking about?
we take-
we want California to leave. We don't
Okay,
want it.
anyway, moving on from that. So we have the two Swifts. There's a Swift Mark 1, but then right here we got the Swift Mark 7, which is slightly more interesting, though. This is purely an
It's
interceptor.
gay.
It's
gay.
just another.
Who doesn't want a CL-13 with a Hunter engine and two friggin'
Yeah.
30mm 8s?
I flew it
strapped
around
in?
last time. It's not that
Good point,
particularly
Crackle.
interesting.
Good point. In
Anyway,
fact, it's
moving
so
on
good
now to the
that it's not.
Italians.
That's why they never will add the CAC Saber. It's just too good of an aircraft.
California Brexit. Anyway, so moving on to Italy. By this point, you're going, great, more jets? Well, they do have jets, but no one cares about that because Italy's getting the one sole World War II thing in this, and that's
Actually,
the
that's not true. There was one guy
friggin'
in chat who
awaited
was asking about
RE
it.
2005 Series 0, which
Brexifornia.
basic Brexifornia.
No, it's called.
Okay, no, we're
Calexit.
not
That's the
showing
actual
that.
term.
We're not showing that comment. Don't show that.
It's Alexit and Calexit.
I know how to do my job.
I don't know how to do my job. What's
I know. That's why I'm worried about you being a mod.
Yeah. Anyway, so the RE 2005 Series 0 here.
Brilliant. I know your
So,
comment got
big ol'
deleted,
plane.
but good on you, server.
That's
sir.
oh god.
That is the best. No, that's the word for when we get rid of feminists. Actually,
Oh my
Hey,
god.
John, can you cover helicopters after you're done with the
Yeah,
jets?
we're gonna do that in a moment. So here we got the RE 2005, which is
get rid of
basically
the crazy
a
feminists.
Spitfire and a BF 109. Went to an Italian loveful hotel and had a baby.
Winston Churchill was not very happy after the 9 months.
I know what we have to do. Burn down the house.
Burn the
and blame
house
the
and
church.
with the church still. Yeah, I knew it.
Burn down the house and blame church.
So,
Negotiate. That works too.
Putin's body. No, cease. This is why there's
Don't
automatic
talk about
filters. There's
Don't
one.
talk about it then.
Yeah.
Don't bring light to it. Alright, just let me deal with it. I got it.
So recap best mod. Alright, so smooth flying plane. It
Oh,
looks
for the
like
stream
this
it
looks
is.
like a friggin' shark, all things considered.
Oh, shut up, Preckle. I don't want to hear it from you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I did nothing.
Alright,
wrong.
so I've been told that they're these guys are Okay, our state.
What? We don't have Temperance bursting in here saying that one guy from history did nothing.
Okay,
wrong.
true.
That
No,
one
the thing
guy
is,
from
Steel
history
Wolf
did
already
nothing
said
wrong.
something dramatically worse than that. At this point.
Yeah. What you
Who
talking
cares?
about when I
Mussolini
said
didn't do
better-
anything.
It's better Stalin
Yes,
than
John,
Hitler because Hitler was
John,
born.
murder your own comrades. Yes.
They were
murder
trying
them.
to escape.
Murder them in cold fucking blood.
Yeah, but
Video
Also,
games
this
don't
play-
make people violent.
also that sound.
So we can murder them.
Oh my
Yes,
god! the
China
sound
gets
engine.
a fucking SDKFZ222, and I'm very fucking upset about that because they get it before Germany. That could easily be a 27
All right.
27 AA for Germany, but no, China's suffering.
Yeah.
No,
China
you're
number
not allowed to
one.
finish that
China's
joke.
suffering, you know that?
You're not
China
allowed
suffer.
to. You're not allowed to finish that joke.
China number one.
China number one in communist
God.
reform.
Oh my god.
That's why
Anyway,
Hong Kong's
which-
just flames right now.
Wait, which
We
gay
get a
sounding
Hong
guy?
Kong
Because
tank
like
map.
this whole Discord's like filled with them. Which guy that sounds gay? Because again, this whole call is filled with them.
Including you, Soviet.
That's I literally
Soviet,
just said
you're,
that.
you're so,
So,
gay. I can
the
hear-
Italians get a
Soviet, you're so
vampire,
gay, I can
the
hear cock
Italians get
gargling in your
a
mouth.
CL saber, which now has a proper friggin' skin on it. Actually, that's a really nice looking
You?
skin.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
gay.
called Italy doesn't fuck around with paint. It's called full metal.
Look at
Full
that.
body metal baby.
And then, of course, the F-86K, because, well, they did build these. What? They weren't going to build their own F-86s for themselves?
I just really don't like having a Grand
Does
through a
every-
vampire.
Does
'cause
every
Britain
nation
sucks.
have an F-86?
But in a sense, I think, yeah, so Italy has the RE-2005. Maybe there will be a couple more World War II stuff, because I think there could be a few more for Italy. That's important, at least. Anyway, with all of those things out of the way, let's go to helicopters now, because there are helicopters. And rectifying a couple of mistakes I made on the last stream, other than the fact that, yes, there is a premium M24, which is, I think this is a full-blown East Germany Mi-24 with a really interesting paint job.
Interesting.
What's its flag
It's not
change
East
back
German.
to the
It's actually
girl?
supposed to be
It changes back to the Nazi flag.
It's actually supposed
That
to be
was
fun.
fucking amazing.
Yep. All right, so here we go. The Eurocopter, the Tiger, which of course we were talking about, like
Ooh.
the gun sight being like, is the gun sight glitched? No,
Where
the
is
gun
it
sight,
done?
the gun sight or the viewing site for launching the missiles is located up here. That's where it is. So we'll see this in just a moment. We're
The
gonna.
German one has a distinct advantage over the French ones because of that, because you can fire legitimately behind cover. The French ones kind of have to poke out the rotor.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Well, at the same time, you can't sit directly behind a house and fire over the house. But you would have to. Sit
You
like a
can,
few-
you can if you have a gun that points high enough.
Yep. So
yeah,
here we
no,
go.
but you would have to sit like a few hundred meters behind the house, or you're going to fire
All right,
a rocket
we're gonna
directly
fly
into
out these
Hans's house.
helipoopers.
That's fine. Hans sucks anyway.
Well, yeah, but it's
Hans
also
sucks
kind of
anyway.
meant for a tree line thing.
All right, so helicopters, and if I'm right,
Get the
That's
machine
Soviet-
gun.
It's like that
Wow.
Soviet Womble thing. It's
Also,
like
by the way,
fires a
the
rocket
cool
and
thing
lands
to
in the
look at
village.
in the cockpit haze holder is
Cockpit.
heads up display
You've got
stuff,
GPS.
and we got
Oh,
a
yeah.
map in it now. Look at that! Look at that shit! Look at
We're
that!
fucking balling.
We're balling up
You
in
got
here.
GPS satellite traffic.
All
Yeah,
right.
and only the younger generation will know how to operate it.
Is that a jab, sir? Is that
That is a jab at everybody over 30.
I'll say though,
Sit down, old man Soviet.
What do you mean? You're older than me, you fucker.
the gun camera
Hey
is much
man,
more
it's
stable here.
2019. He can identify whatever age he wants.
All right.
Okay.
Wait,
I'm
what?
actually,
Okay, you hurry.
I'm actually 1 year old, Soviets.
1
Sit down,
years
old man.
old. Well, you definitely are 1 year old because you can't fucking English.
Ooh.
I've been up for like 16 hours, man. Shut the fuck
Hey,
up.
the last time he was up
in
this Steelwolf, last time he was up this late, he fell asleep during a stream. So there's that. Looking back,
Actually,
I
don't
can't
know-
remember what stream it was. We were talking about I think it was when the
Good
Chieftain.
question. I was looking for that.
It was
I was
for
actually looking
the
at that
we
for
were
that
looking at the
other day.
Challenger 2, I think, and he just fell asleep.
Well, what was it? I was actually in the Discord last night talking with everyone in the Minecraft room, and I fell asleep in there, and I woke up and I was still in there.
Yeah, you keep falling asleep.
I don't know.
There's
Pretty
this
cool,
weird
ladies and
motion
gentlemen.
blur effect I'm getting.
All right,
and I
know
so
what the-
let's see.
I don't know what the fuck
This is
happened.
the
That room
Pars
was
missile.
filled and I fell asleep.
That tank
Yeah.
stopped existing. Russian tanks very good at throwing their turrets. #1 in the turret throwing business.
It's how they ejected the crew with safety.
No, that's how the Russians got to the moon first.
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of a
there's-
ricochet was that, game?
There's this
God.
disgusting what do you call it? Motion blur.
Very funny. Now you. Fuck you.
Get
John, are
absolutely
you getting an odd motion blur at all?
No, not really. It's probably just the
Nice.
stream.
It's no, I'm talking
No,
about
like
in game,
in-game,
like
yeah,
myself.
I have it.
It's like when I'm looking at the legs of my pilot in the F Phantom and I'm looking back and forth, there's this weird shadowy motion blur.
Yeah.
I
Alright,
noticed it
so
on the
that's
back of my
that
Abrams
helicopter.
truck first.
Yeah, you're
I got gaijined real hard right there. So that is one of the helicopters. So this is the German Eurocopter, which lots of missiles. And then the French were like, it's good helicopter, but we don't have cannon. Let's put cannon.
Let's slap a 30 onto it.
Yeah, it's a 30. Yes.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. So it has a 30mm Giat cannon. on board.
Someone in
You
chat
can't
said,
wait. You can't
Yeah.
change its belt.
No.
no, it's a stick belt.
Pu-
Someone in chat
Putin
said,
says your voice is very annoying.
I do not give a single jack shit.
I think we can all
Putin's
unanimously.
bodyguard. Wait, is that what it's supposed to look like? Okay. Anyway, enough with the retard sound. So
Why I
the
never
French
do that?
French helicopter has a 30mm cannon on front. Yes, it is a 30mm. It even says so in the thumbnail. And of course, the gun sight on this one, instead of
Did you
being
go over
mounted
the-
on top of the roof
Yes,
or
we
on top of
covered
the rotor.
the French Panther.
Yeah, we already covered the French Panther.
It's a Panther.
Yeah, by the way,
So-
Putin's bodyguard,
The
if you
Franther.
want to see this stuff, get on the dev server yourself, you selfish asshole. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
Wow.
spicy.
You don't have to be here and watch the live stream.
You
Wow,
can
look
look
at-
at the
look at
stuff
the-
on the
look at the
dev server
big-
yourself.
What is it? The big balls on Brad?
You
Big
did not
balls on
even
Brad.
say that
By the
right
way,
at all.
so now we're gonna move on very quickly to go through the British helicopters. So we got the Scout AH Mark 1, which has Browning machine guns, of course, stuck onto
Why
it
does it
and
look like the
carries.
helicopter from MASH?
Probably
Because it
is the
is.
helicopter from MASH. So Scout
The
AH
helicopter from
Mark
Ash, I think,
1
was a,
carries SS-11s essentially. I flew that one in the last server, but this time we're gonna fly the naval thing, which gets these missiles on board. Also, we'll also look at the fact that helicopters also do get night vision. I haven't actually seen this in action, so we're gonna go look at that now. So, night vision with this.
Some people
Well,
can't
this is-
access the dev server.
Baker's calling you out, Soviet.
That's their problem.
Well, it's not
Yeah.
true.
That's
Everyone can
literally
we
your
did
problem.
cover the French Panther. The only thing
You should
about
be
it.
assuming their gender. It makes it more insulting. You should be saying
What?
their.
Let's see.
No.
Where's
If you're shit talking, you got to assume their gender because it makes them insulted, right?
where's
Yeah.
night? Wait, where's night vision for helicopters?
It should be the same key.
Yeah, it should be. It's not.
It only works in the cockpit, doesn't it?
No, it works on the outside too. Just like the tanks when you're in the commander view.
That's
Because
weird.
you know the commander view is about 5 minutes.
think they
behind.
Yeah, right
reset
there. No,
everybody's
you
control.
had it right there.
You
Right
just
there.
had
Right there.
it-
At the very bottom.
Hmm.
It was at the very bottom. It's unbound. It's unbounded.
Where?
Ugh. Unbounded. It's in miscellaneous at the very bottom.
Oh, okay.
In
That's
the NBD.
Okay. Switch MVD mode. Okay, so at least we'll see what night vision looks like. Oh, right, and we'll look at thermal sights in a moment. So, Slukabli, it's not working. Okay.
Yes, the 75. The Type 75 is in the
Alright.
dev server.
Say though, for this helicopter is very, very fast to get off the ground.
Well,
looks
it's a naval
real weird
helicopter.
there.
You got to get off the frigging deck of a
You know, I
cruiser
actually
pretty
think the
quickly.
Phantom's flight model is finished.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
I just think that its only problem is that when you're trying to hit somebody in a turn, the vehicle really wants to roll itself upright, which is kind of a problem. And they also made it that you actually, where your mouse reticle is and where the gun pod is, are two separate places now, so it's actually gotten a little bit harder to aim.
Oh, it doesn't matter when you.
This
get shot
helicopter
down with
feels
3A.
really, really derpy.
True, but when it comes to leading, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult and hard to get used to.
Alright.
It's already kind of annoying using
That
it on stuff
helicopter.
like the P108.
Anyway, we'll just skip along here and move on to the top end of the British line, which is the Wasp. Or no, we already looked at the Wasp.
Except that
The
drift.
links,
Yes.
but we'll
That
be looking
flight
at the
model might
premium
actually-
links because
There we go.
they're basically the same
Yes, this is the second dev server.
second dev server. So the links
Actually, it's
here,
the fourth.
it's a whore.
It's the 69.
No,
It's
this
the
is
16
69.
times the dev server.
No. This is the official release. It's already out to
So-
everyone. You're just behind.
Yeah, you're just slow.
Says the Australian man.
I don't know what
We
you're talking
don't
about.
know
I get the
when
update. I get the updates before you guys.
Yeah, he pirates them.
Oh, there we go.
Jack
There's the
Sparrow.
night vision. Oh boy, that's
Yeah,
real bright.
I use Pirate Bay for all my War Thunder updates.
Sponsored by Pirate Bay.
No. Wait, is Pirate Bay even still a thing, or is it
No, I
like
think they
dead?
completely
No, that's still alive.
People who
Still
say
up
pirate-
there.
How do you know? Pirate?
Yes, I am still a pirate.
Yarg,
Weapon lock.
yarg, shiver my titties. It's freaking cold out, so give me some 50s.
Shut up. All right, so night vision and helicopters. So yes, you can see shit. Of course. Now let me see if I can get. All right, so on board this British helicopter is air-to-air missiles. So fire.
Yeah, I agree with this guy in chat. Australia lives in the future. That's why we
I
didn't
mean,
warn anyone.
And oh boy, yeah, Stinger missiles.
You do live a day
Oof.
ahead of us. So
Yeah.
All right,
That's why we
Oh,
never
shit,
warn you
and
guys about
thermals.
earthquakes
Here we
and
go.
shit like that.
this is a
Oh,
whoa,
you guys are dicks.
little shits.
That's why we didn't warn
Don't
anyone
fly
about the
prisoner
All right,
prisoner.
so let's see. Let me get this on site.
That's why
Firing
we
a
didn't
missile
tell you
here.
about the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Oh, you bastards! You knew all
Well,
along.
you're gonna go there. You're gonna go there. You know what?
Oh my
New
God.
Guinea should have been your
You know what?
fucking self,
You
alright?
know what? You know what? And that's why we didn't supply you with weapons to defeat the emus.
Who cares? They're dead now. We won after like what 80 years.
Really?
After it took you
Really,
80
Gaijin? I hit the gun barrel and the driver. I think that has to be the most upsetting thing to a tanker. Not dying outright, but you get your cannon barrel and your driver knocked out by a helicopter, and
So
then
now
you're
you
just
can't
surrounded
kill,
by
and you
everybody.
can't move.
Actually, to be
the
fair, John, he wasn't
area.
even killed by the missile. The driver was just killed by the molten lead from the missile.
Yep, exactly. All right, firing off this last missile, but this is night vision in the helicopter mode, or thermals.
That's thermal.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant to say, thermals. And the Lynx itself is a very, very, very maneuverable helicopter. A record breaker, apparently. Of course, obviously, when it's running completely naked without any armament on board, it broke a world speed record, but of course, that doesn't mean it can't be good. Why is it saying there's... Oh, SPAA. Hello, you.
Yeah.
This is the
Okay,
guy
you
with
little
immersion sitting in a tree.
shoots down a helicopter.
Right, and then, of course, that little beeping sound is the radar AA. It's
Yeah.
definitely not dead yet.
No.
Yeah.
Now it's dead. Now it stopped beeping. Now it's dead. Oh, and yes, this helicopter is so advanced it can do barrel rolls. Like that. Just casually. Nice.
Do a lateral bowl.
Do a barrel roll.
A lateral bowl.
Ta-da. So that's the
Stop
G-Links
fucking
premium,
touching,
everybody. Britain can now fuck you in the sky. In top tier.
Until
At least they can fuck
Saddam-
something.
Until a Saddam comes out of nowhere and helicopters
Yeets.
are never used in tank battles ever again.
Well, all right.
Because Tunguska, Ada, it's the Saddam,
So
Gepard.
that's helicopters, and now the last part of this stream, because we're trying to keep it relatively short because it's the middle of the week still. It's a weekday. Now we will
We're
now look
talking
at
about
this.
it's Friday.
Yep. So now we're gonna look at China and the various unique aircraft, and we did make a little disclaimer earlier. Yes, it is a little bit of a turnoff that the Taiwanese flag is no longer being represented in the game, but Gaijin isn't here to be political, and you
Hey,
seriously
look, they got rid of the Tino.
and look, in all seriousness, politics sucks, so we're not gonna get into this.
They got rid of
it's a
that
video
flag
game.
like they got rid of the mouse.
Jesus. Yeah, so the flag, the
I
Taiwanese
shouldn't laugh at
flag
that. That's not
was
funny. Shut the fuck up, Freakle.
the Taiwanese flag was removed, but Gaijin's not here to make any statements. They're just here to give us a game. That's kind of what we're here for. We're not here to talk about. Yeah, we're not here to talk politics of the integrity of China. We're here to look at we're looking at vehicles.
No, let's talk politics.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, get out.
No, get out.
Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump.
Oh,
Wait a
shut
minute.
up.
That doesn't align with my political views, says
All right,
Temperance.
so we're going to start with aviation for their aircraft. We're going to look
bombs.
at the stuff that's actually unique, and that means the stuff that isn't marked normally with the designator, as you'll see now, that shows that it is China. Looking at it's actually a really nice little label, all things considered. First and foremost is the Curtiss Wright 21 Demon, which was
It's a demon.
it's the demon. What does the grunt say? Something stupid.
Something that it's the demon. Oh, we're all gonna die. Snaps.
We're all gonna die.
I still
So,
love that.
the
It's
Curtiss
the
Wright-
demon snaps its own neck.
So basically, they replaced the tanks China has even before the Popular Republic was formed. Not
Something like that.
something. Not really that. It's just basically it's some people are upset, had their spaghetti upsetty because of this little square here. But
Never
No,
forget
it's
Steel Wolf
it's probably-
spaghetti.
yeah,
No,
but
it's probably because their contract hasn't run out, and they were like, "Wait a moment."
yeah, but we're not going to speculate too much. It's just the game they want to be neutral. They don't want to make any statements on it, and we're going to move on from that.
Honestly, who cares? We're here for vehicles. We're here for a game. Who fucking
Yeah.
cares? It's a flag.
Replace the Soviets with China. That's what he says.
It's the same fucking nation and tanks. They could.
All
They
right.
could just merge them together.
Okay. Let me let me make this daytime because I'm getting real sick of the nighttime thing. Keep forgetting to make it.
China number one.
Well, now make it morning. There we go. Well, I'm French and I
still
get
pretty
upset with anything, and then I riot. Does it involve giving the? Does that involve giving the guillotine a yellow vest?
Oh,
Hey, he said they get upset at everything and then riot. So
Notre Dame's burning down. Time to riot.
hashtag Taiwanese flags matter. Well, to the what's that? I think 20
Yeah,
nation.
well, so did the German Reich flag, but we had to get rid of that.
Yep, that too.
So did the Confederate flag. We
Okay,
also
we're-
had to get rid of that one.
I love how the word gay went from word expressing happiness to something else, but
just something else.
Well, so did another word meaning something else.
Replace the British with Israel. Replace the British with Israel.
At this point, go for
All
it.
right,
Britain's
so
such
this
a
is the
useless
Curtiss.
country.
This is an earlier variant of the Curtiss Demon. There are different variants that had better landing gear, but this is the version China got for which, while it was somewhat competitive, it wasn't competitive enough against early Japanese aircraft. But
I kind of like the look of that plane.
yeah, it's not a bad looking aircraft. It looks like it flies really well.
Replace India with Pakistan. I agree.
Well, you
Jesus.
say that, John, but this plane was flying the A2M2 0
Yeah, so
yeah, it's like you can say, whatever the fuck you want, but this thing was flying the 0 when the war kicked off.
yeah.
So, make your mind up with that one.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. It's if Gaijin really want. By the way, if Gaijin really wanted to piss people off, they would have removed the roundels from the aircraft. But I don't think they're going to do that.
Oh, just
Take
wait. That's what's probably gonna go next.
Well, okay, then the Tomahawk pack would have to go, but you know, replace Britain with India. Oh boy.
Yeah. Britain's air tree is just so stupid. You got to go through like 12
Okay.
different Spitfires before you get
Okay,
anything.
we're gonna have to add a couple extra words to the ban filter next time, but you know. Okay, so actually an aircraft I completely skipped over was the Premium Hawk, and we didn't fly it out. The thing I skipped over was, for the godforsaken reason, this thing has a large amount of bombs.
Because you got to carpet bomb those Japanese troops and on your borders.
It comes with a 500-pounder and two
Excuse me?
100-pounders. Excuse me? Why is that a thing?
It's got the throw
It gets
carriage
one
as well.
500-pound bomb at this tier, and then you could use it as close air support? That's friggin' retarded.
Wait, does that actually have the bomb catapult? Because it looks like it's got the bomb catapult where they drop the bomb and there's the little arm that swings.
So the
it.
Hawk 3, again, this is another aircraft, by the way, that, it does have retracting landing gear. Very, very slow retracting landing gear. Also, observe the Chinese pilot in here, who looks very German, for whatever reason.
German uniforms.
China. Yeah, German
do
uniforms in
not.
China. We did discuss
They
this.
just had German pilots over there for some reason.
German
Yeah,
pilots.
German.
Japanese-
They just had German pilots over there.
What are we gonna now discuss? We're gonna.
Yes, we're gonna
Yeah,
discuss
we're
how
gonna-
Germany helped the Chinese.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why
and then
we-
just went
well-
fuck China and helped the Japanese.
kind of.
Yes,
see.
you can get on the dev server. Anyone
Yeah.
can.
The
You just
dev
need to find
server
the
right
download.
now is open. You just have to download it. It is a full War Thunder client though, so make sure you install it to a different folder. Poland is
much.
just Germany too. Jesus Christ.
Oh Christ!
Oh,
Christ.
technically Poland's just more Russia.
All right, so let's see if a 1 second fuse is enough for this. I probably.
But Poland's actually Austrian.
Wait a minute.
Run
Wait a
away!
minute.
Hey, there we
Spain
go.
is Italy too.
No, it doesn't have a cat. By the way, it doesn't have a catapult.
It looks
What
like it
the
has.
hell is that?
Huh?
What is the loop on the bottom for?
That's
I guess
probably to
holding
hold the bomb.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
keep
oh.
the bomb in place and flight. We need to take
Oh, okay.
Mexico back. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's true. America owned
Yeah.
quite a fair bit of
So
Mexico.
that's the Hawk, and it's rather ridiculous bomb load for for that tier. What is that? It carries
1.0.
essentially nearly 1,000 pounds of bombs at 1.3 as a single
What was
engine
it?
fighter.
Doesn't
The hell?
Well, doesn't the British doesn't the British
You okay there, buddy?
like the 2.0 British bombers carry like 5,000 pounds of bombs at like 2.0 or some shit? 2.3.
Yeah, just about.
And the other premium at this tier is basically it's equivalent to the rare Tomahawk, except I think it has better engine horsepower overall.
P40.
And so this is the
Nope, it's just a normal P40.
well, but this is of course the directly a P40 that was flown by the Flying Tigers during their service to the Chinese government. So I think that's
it's a
still
P40
pretty cool.
with 7. It's got a.
So
pretty
a
steep.
truly fuck this is not Reddit. Redo it. Reddit.
it
I would
doesn't
say
have-
Reddit.
It's
Anyway.
got 250 cals and then. 7
Anyway,
max,
so
7.
that's just another Hawk. So let's look at some more aircraft that are more interesting. So next up is the weird Corsair thing that's built. I think it's built by Volti, if I'm right. The P66. If somebody can confirm that for me, I think this was built by Volti.
Volti sent to Switzerland, didn't end up in Switzerland. We sent it to Switzerland, but
No,
it ended up in China.
Sweden.
We don't know how that happened.
No, Sweden. It was this aircraft was built for the Swedish government on contract, but of course they've been colluding with the Germans, and America's like, no, essentially. We'll leave it at
they sent it there, and it ended up in China.
that.
It went through
If
the
you
Bermuda
download,
China.
the vehicles of the dev server, Mr. No Name. I have all the vehicles, so I can show you guys. Honestly, I would kind of wish that they allowed everybody to look at the new vehicles, because then they can get more bug reports in. other than just the people who have to like, you know, play matches and then gold through with whatever gold just happens to be in that instance of the dev server, I do personally think they should allow everybody to look at the new vehicles. You know, and like I think it also give players something to look at beyond just, you know, if they're grinding up and they see, ooh, dev server, and check out the vehicles, they can also get a chance to look at the like new top end vehicles or new vehicles they could be possibly grinding toward. But of course,
That's a good
for
idea,
now,
but what is it? They also
for now,
have the,
content
the
creators are the only
5
ones who
times
get
XP
the
boost.
ability to see all the vehicles right off the bat that are new, because it's basically like us going out and showing you guys what's in there. But you can look at the vehicles, you just can't unlock them all as quickly as we can.
Well, that's not true because isn't there like 5 times XP?
Yeah, no, there's
Yeah,
5
5
times.
Well, we basically
have to
get a
unlock
straight up a trophy that gives us everything, but that's only for content creators. So this aircraft, you know, it's a relatively good flying aircraft. It's not the 2 low-tier American aircraft that serve in China. They're not particularly inoffensive. They're good enough, but I can kind of see why they didn't do very well against the Japanese.
Because they're flying A2M6.
Yeah, they're fighting later variant or pretty decent variants of the
flying-
Zeros.
Yeah, they're flying fucking zeros
Yeah.
and biplanes, basically.
My bathtub
But
is the entire French Navy.
Jesus.
Before World War II or after World War II?
Both.
Yeah,
both combined.
So,
The French had a decent navy before World War II.
Yeah, no, they actually kind
It
of
just,
did.
you know, got eaten.
and then
and
it's
then sunk.
Italy. Italy had actually a fantastic
themselves.
navy,
Have you
but
seen the
they
war
had an
modification?
issue, and that issue was called we don't
Gibraltar.
have fuel. No, they didn't have fuel.
They didn't have Gibraltar either.
Yeah, that too, I guess. So anyway, so basically the rest of the aircraft here are, you know, stuff you would see in the U.S., Britain, like actually one British aircraft. Like we get all this aircraft, and then the one British aircraft, which actually has a really nice looking skin, all things considered. It's actually a
it's the
really
20
nice
mil
looking
version.
skin. So,
By the way, show them the TU4's repair cost.
oh yeah, so
Oh, did it go down or
the-
up?
Up. I don't know, but
well, okay,
if you,
we had
if you like, if,
we had so
if you-
the Chinese do get a TU4. Apparently, I saw screenshots of this, but you'll now get to see this for yourself. Apparently, fully spaded, its repair cost goes straight to hell.
if you like losing money on bombers, this is a plane for you.
Yeah, Tupelo.
If
I
you
remember.
If you think,
No, does anybody remember when the Tupelo 4 was like the most godforsakenly annoying piece of shit ever?
pilot snipe you from like 2 kilometers.
Yeah, there's a reason why it got nerfed into the ground. This thing was a total piece of shit to deal
What
with.
is it? If you think the
Yep.
German
Oh,
ME,
its max repair
has-
cost is 46,000.
Oh, it went down. What the
It
fuck?
went down. So
Get wrecked. Get absolutely wrecked.
That is uber gay.
that's kinda,
Actually, didn't they say they were going to be modifying bomber repair costs?
Yeah, they did.
So they must have added that. That's kind of gay.
yeah. So okay, some vehicles are also not available to actually use, but we can preview them. So J4.
And you're damn right, Putin's bodyguard. Superior Russian bias indeed.
All right, so the Shenyang F5, which is the premium, that's the MiG-17 premium they got, right?
Yes.
So this is a premium MiG-17 locally built by the Chinese.
Wait, you're talking about for this stuff? No, that's been there.
Yeah, that's been there, but I didn't get to fly it last time. This thing
Oh.
does have the one thing that's different from it from the normal one because
It's from Best Korea as well.
yeah, it's from Best Career, and China has a thing about making aircraft better, and of course Russia gets cucked again because this is the version that comes with an afterburner. And yes, if I recall correctly, the normal MiG-17 in the Russian tree and their premium is not is not a afterburning one. So China gets
Hey, so
an
what was
afterburning
the,
MiG-17.
So,
Oh,
so
boy.
you know, what was the repair cost for the TU4 before the second dev server?
All right.
Like 100
the max repair cost?
Yeah, wasn't it like
1,000. Yeah,
So
116k.
afterburning MiG-17, it comes with air-to-air missiles, and of course a
You
North
think
Korean
the
a
ME26
North Korean camo
was better?
on it. Yep. So
Hey, look, it's got that decal. You can get it in the decal section on the wings and the fuselage.
yep, air-to-air missiles. Yeah.
Yeah. Germany
so
Silvers.
moving on here.
Well, that repair cost is actually quite suffering, especially in that thing.
Yeah.
Christ.
All right, so that's that, and now of course we have their MiG-17s and stuff, and of course the aircraft here, which I already looked at beforehand. This is the J-72. This is their MiG-21, which has 2 cannons and is
Better engine.
a better engine. Of course, the story of the Chinese MiG-21 isn't as cut and dry as you would expect. So we told the story in the last one, but it's still a funny story to tell. So the story goes that during the Sino-Soviet split, aka Russia and China hate each other, much to America's
China number 1.
America
It's because
giggling
they
in the
believed in
background.
2 different versions of communism.
Yeah, but the short story is Khrushchev offers the Chinese
Maoism and Marxism.
Khrushchev offers the Chinese technical documents for the MiG-21. Upon receiving all the stuff after making an agreement, they found out that Russia basically cucked them. China,
Sounds
very
about right.
upset, decides to reverse engineer the living hell out of the MiG-21. They successfully reverse engineered the aircraft, not only fixing over 247 problems with the original design, but they also reproduced 8 technical design documents from scratch that the Russians forgot to give them.
Yeah.
But by the time the aircraft got into production, it was the Cultural Revolution, and not many of these were built quickly, so the aircraft became very obsolescent very quickly by the time they got it into mass production.
There it
What,
goes.
the J7?
Yeah, the J7.
You know what?
Also,
Late
they
model. The J7 ended production in 2013. It,
yeah,
like,
but that's what I mean
it
by
served for a long time.
It served for a very long time, but by the time they got into mass production, it was already kind of looking a little old. Also, they did fix. I think if anybody knows it, if you watched the previous dev server stream, the one of the elevators wasn't animated properly, but now they fixed that, and it also gets a cockpit as well, albeit it's all in Russian. Yeah.
Wow.
You know what the
So-
key feature difference is between both of them? It's this one's white.
That's racist.
Yes, Soviet, thank you for pointing that one out. How could you learn my deepest, darkest secret?
White
I mean,
Australia.
That you're racist? I don't know.
Brains for Breakfast is a great YouTube channel. Ripped that man. May he rest in peace.
Indeed.
Yeah. By the way, if you're curious about, kind of maybe the reasoning about, the whole thing about the Taiwanese flag, look up a video I think it's called 2 Chinas, 2 Taiwans Twice by Brains for Breakfast.
Another video
It's a
you should
very
also
good
look up
video. And also another video.
Plus,
Shut up. Also another video he did, the last video he did before his untimely passing was a 44-minute video on Australia. So there's that. Triangles look pretty aerodynamic. Shut up. Am I always thinking of that one meme? That's racist. All right.
America's more racist than Australia.
Hey, man.
Oh boy.
Hey.
Oh boy.
Hey, you're the one who brought up fucking race in this, Soviet. I said it's white, and you brought race into this. What's fucking race got
What's
to do with
wrong with
anything
you?
of an airplane's
Hey,
color?
man. You're the one who's calling it white, man.
It's Snow White. All right. So let us look at the army tree
Shut
now.
the fuck up, Soviet.
Hey, man. You're the one who called
Go
it white.
laying your kid
not
up.
me.
Go send your bloody
Okay,
kid a
can
litter
we
tray.
not? Let's chill out. Like, this is why we don't monetize, because we know the comment section will be stupid. When it is bad, I think race war. I think Ford versus Ferrari.
Same.
You're not wrong. It's not wrong. By the way, that looks like a fantastic movie. Ford versus Ferrari looks like a great movie.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that's a thing.
Yeah, I think it's Matt Damon is Carroll Shelby.
Matt
By the way, everyone in chat-
Matt Damon better say that one line that Carroll Shelby's known for, otherwise dislike movie.
By the way, everyone in chat, I'm not racist. I'm just very minded.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Just like the Americans.
All right.
Hey,
so,
we didn't slaughter our natives.
Ben
Okay, shit,
Soviet,
you got
he
me.
broke the
I mean,
rules.
what about the emus?
the
Ah!
emus?
They're in Africa. They're everywhere. Shut the fuck up.
That's even worse.
The emus everywhere. Okay, M3A3 Stewart. Oh, jeez. All right.
Slightly
so,
angled upper plate, so it's going to be able to eat a few
so
things.
we got that, and then an M5A1. Wait, we already have the M5A1, which we do already have in the other tree. Trying to think. So they have
Hey, look,
they have an M4A4, which is an export Sherman because the U.S. never used these personally. So this is clearly this is another Tiger Sherman. Of course, you
It's
expose.
okay to be white. I'm okay.
Yeah.
What?
All right,
The chat.
What?
The Chinese
I
tanks
don't
are
even-
better than the Russians because if you
Oh.
kick them, they won't fall apart.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You're not
you
wrong.
actually aren't wrong.
You aren't wrong
This is
because
shit we normally do not talk about on fucking live streams, but tonight's
Yeah,
a special
well,
case.
it's tonight's
No,
a
we
special
just
case.
Stop at this point.
By the way, so of course we have this Sherman, which is funny for the fact that it is technically
It's actually
the newer.
changed its name.
It's changed its name, but and also
M4A175.
yeah, it's the newer turret. But I could
has-
absolutely have seen people going, "Nah, we don't want the 76. Let's put the 75 back in," and then the newer, more improved turret. Which
I guess I was wrong for the Chinese. I guess.
And
they're
by the
just weird
way,
that
and also by the way, it is a 4.7, not a 5.0. I think somebody was discussing, oh, it's 5.0 something earlier, but it's not.
By the way,
so
John,
they fixed the BR. So M18's back at 5.3, unlike what it was on the dev server. There's
4-3.
It was like 4.3. It was something
Emus are
stupid.
endemic to Australia.
Yeah. Okay, so let's
And
move on to the
emu's just
tanks
a
that we
smaller
have,
ostrich.
and more vicious apparently. All right, so the Type 63I, which is a improvement on the PT-76, they decided, I guess, put the Type 62 turret kind of thing. No, it's just a welded together turret, clearly.
Oh, yeah, by the way, John, someone asked if
Yeah.
the MiG-21 constantly stalls when you do a roll.
I don't recall it from flying it around before this server stream. Not really. I think they fixed the flight models on a lot of the aircraft. Oh, excuse me. So, Type 63, here is another floaty tank. It's their indigenous floaty tank based off, like, a
How
kind
they invaded Taiwan.
how they invade Taiwan with Type 63s. So,
Oh, no.
but the more interesting vehicle is actually the Type 69. I win. Or just the Type 69. So, let me premise you this. It's a T-54 series tank at 7.7 with a stabilizer, and while not a great dart, good enough for its tier, but also a ridiculous fuck off heat FS round at 7.7. Meaning if it gets down tiered, oof.
Its heat rounds, it's gonna be its only good round, because if you get Sands of Cyanide, you are doing fucking nothing with that dart round.
Yep,
Maybe.
maybe. But we gotta.
No, dart round is shit at long range. Close quarters, it's gonna
At
be
close
deadly.
quarters, though, that thing is going to be lethal. That dart is still going to be good enough for close quarters work. So let's move it into a night battle, though. So the fact that it does get night vision as well. There are actually a lot of Chinese tanks that I would like to see now that we can get it. One is from Armored Warfare, the WZ-1224, which is
They'll
a
never give it
very
to us.
interesting tank. I wish it would come into the game, maybe one day.
They hate us.
Yeah, so night vision. So full night vision. Apparently now they've separated the night vision, thankfully. So night vision in the gun sight is on by default in the night battle, which is kind of like this, which is really nice. Bravo 6 going dark.
Okay, see how it is.
Yep, so. And of course. And it doesn't have an IR lamp. Interesting enough. It's just night vision. So.
Now what's the giant lamp on the top of it then?
Apparently it's not implemented yet. Again, this is a dev server. Okay. Putin's bodyguard, why do you want to type in the alphabet?
Just don't. I'm gonna do this. do that, and then I'm gonna do this, and don't. Just stop.
Ah, boy. Alright, so night vision in this tank, but again, it's a 7.7 with this dart round.
By
And
the way,
is-
John, I didn't know if you noticed that you just fired through a bush with a heat round.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's nice.
Good job.
Yeah. It's not... Okay, again, the dart isn't bad. It's just not good at long range. It's a very, very fancy AP shell at this rate.
Not very.
Slightly angle your armor and lol, nothing. It can't pen you
Yeah.
at distance.
Yeah,
Rating on.
Unless
ERA,
it uses a heat round.
or of course ERA stops it because it's a pussy. Jeez.
I see how it is, John.
Get rid of that ERA. Get rid of that ERA. Okay, there we go.
Fire a heat round, it will take out all the ERA.
Yep.
Touch it.
Touch it.
By the way, that shell ricocheted down
It really did. Shut up, Shortsy.
through the gunner into the engine.
Shortsy, do you want to... Okay, by the way, so Shortsy is on our Discord server. You can join. There is a link in the YouTube at the front of the YouTube page, or somebody can put it in the chat. Shortsy sometimes says things, and what we like to do is to keep a number of times that we've disconnected him from voice chat ever since that feature was added. I think we were on number 33, last I recall.
35.
35, yeah. So.
It's alright, if you want to join the Discord, please read the rules very bloody carefully.
Very
because
closely.
very closely, because
We're at
okay.
34.
See, Shortsy even remembers 34.
I'm
so that's
sure
the
we're
Type
way
69.
past the 30s.
No, we're still at the 30s. He was gone for a while, and then he's back again. So we have
Guess
that.
who's back? Back
So
again.
that's the Type 69, and then of course there is this top tier premium, which we won't delve into it. It's a T62. We'll leave it at that.
If you too do not like to grind War Thunder, you too can purchase this sweet Chinese knockoff of a Russian tank.
Actually, this there's actually a bit more charged. What I meant by there's a lot more charge history with this vehicle that has been discussed on Reddit. We're not going to go into it here. As in, it's a bit ugly, which is a bit yeah, we're just
If you too want a free T62.
all right. So they have an M68 3 TTS, but the more interesting vehicle after that is the CM11, the Taiwanese C11 Brave Tiger. Of course, the small island
It's
does
a better
have.
round than the Abrams.
It's just as an
Isn't that
aside.
Russian contact armor as well?
No, actually, apparently this
No.
ERA is better
Normally,
than ERA. I think this ERA is better than Russian Contact, if I'm right. But it's also
no.
or it's good enough, but
It's like on par with contact.
it's on par with it. So it does get DM63 as an upgrade round here. So well over 426 millimeters of penetration onto a flat surface at 500 meters. We can drive this guy around. Yeah, the turret rotation of the Chinese tanks are going to be a bit painful. So that's the only real thing.
Everybody in chat,
Yeah.
mark these rounds.
Okay, so Pintade did say that's basically what it is. That's my channel. Apparently, really wants to get on Prequel's bad side.
Nah, I don't care. He's a guy on the internet.
Oof.
So what if he says something? It's like, who cares? It's the internet.
Yep. So this tank is their kind of native. This is a native upgrade that they did. The Taiwanese did for their M60s. Though of course they do have Abrams, but
Abrams.
My
Still.
Abrams.
I would be more interested to see a South Korean K1 or K1A1.
Yep.
Because they're slightly lower profile M1 Abrams tanks.
Yep. Smaller too, by the way. So
Yeah. Also,
Alright.
I don't know if you noticed, John. I don't know if anyone said it. 'cause it was back
Are
in
the
dinner, but
Chinese
that's an
boats just
M48
fishing
turret.
boats with 3 guys with AK-47s? Wait, no, I think the Chinese Navy has something more advanced than that. They're not Somali pirates.
No, it's AKs. It's AKs. It's
But they don't
I
have a
forget what
navy
the
right
Chinese
now.
designation is, but it's literally
The Chinese only have aviation and army, so that's their top end medium tank. But of course, their top end MBT is currently the this guy. This is the Chinese top end of the People's Republic tank, which is basically we're talking about this one. So essentially a T-55 AM esque vehicle, but they are planning the more modern Chinese tanks, which we will look at whenever they come around in another dev server.
interestingly enough, that actually does have some kinetic protection, which I did not know. So the Chinese are actually kind of smart.
Yeah,
but they still suck at making our vehicles dicks.
Okay, so I think for now,
link in chat,
that's basically the run through of China.
Even though it's in the description
for the vehicles, I think there isn't that much else to show off. The last server we already looked at the map, so if you want to see the new ground map, you can check out the previous server. But for now, I think we're gonna be done here. So that is the new stuff. A faster run through of the stuff in the dev server. Again, if you want to check it out, it's open right now, so somebody has to post that link to how you can download the dev server and everything here. You can join the Discord when you at any time. You can find the link on my YouTube's homepage and everything. And I think we'll see you guys later. It's been me, the JonMan, and what is that? We got Steel Wolf, Prequel,
Steel Wolf,
Alec, and Soviet Cat. So with that, we're signing off here, and I'll see you guys later.
See ya.
See ya.
I'll fucking do it again.
I'll fucking do it again. Poof.